Hello everyone, how are you? This video is for all horoscope signs, and this video is specifically for people who are connecting with others online. Okay, I'll explain here. As all of the videos that I've done before, this video has constantly been on my mind, and for the reason I feel that I need to do this. And I believe that many people are dealing with uncertainties with communications online, as these communications are a little bit more complicated, and it's a little bit more difficult to know what the other person is thinking or feeling, whoever is behind the screen, really, because since we're chatting via our computers and phones, so we're not really feeling this person's energy because they are not in front of us. So it creates a bit of a barrier. And so for someone even such as myself, which this is, my work, and it could be the gift that I have to receive energy via distance and all of that, it still takes a lot of concentration and a lot of spiritual work. So I imagine that all of you that are dealing with this, I would imagine all of the uncertainty that you have and worries, wondering what's going to happen after this, what's going to happen when we finally meet. Is this person going to be honest? And here I'm going to do the following. I am going to do 3 lines, and you're going to need to pick. And I'm going to expose them all here on the table. It's going to be a little bit different from my other videos. I feel that it needs to be a little bit different here. So I'm going to have all 3 lines, and you need to determine if you want the first line, second line, or third line. And it's irrelevant of the horoscope that you are. And if I see a specific zodiac or horoscope here, I will let you know. Okay, so I have my regular deck, I have the Lenormand cards, and then I'm going to also utilize the Energy Oracle cards. So let's start here with the first line. The 3, I will display them for you here on the table. And then we will see what we have here for each individual. And I know that some of you may not like to choose a line, but... Oh, and sorry, I saw this card here, so I do need to put it down. Okay, so we'll continue here. Okay, so this is... My guides are showing me, so I'm going to continue this way here. These cards that turned over. Just need one more. Okay. Okay, so I needed to take these cards out because that's what I felt my guides are telling me here. And that's the first line that we have here. Okay, and if you didn't pick this line, then we're going to move on to the second one and the third one. Okay, so this is the second line. Six cards, we just need one more. Okay, here we go. So the third and last line that we're going to do here. Okay, in this last line, there are quite a few extra cards, so we're going to put them down here and examine them. 7. Okay, so I'm going to leave these off to the side here. Okay, and then we're going to have one Lenormand card for each of the 3 lines. And if someone writes in the comments, that they didn't know that they had to pick a line, then I think you missed the intro. And it's very important to listen to the intro because I do give out a lot of information about even how to contact me or what this video is going to be about. Okay, and if you do need to contact me further, write to me, ameliatarot13@gmail.com. So any of you who would like to write to me, or you can leave me your comments on YouTube, but if you need to send me something specific, then please write to that Gmail. And you can find it below this video as well. Okay, so if one of you has not picked a line, pick it now. So we can continue on with this reading, okay? Okay, so I'll give you some time here. Just pick one of the 3 lines. 1, 2, or 3. Okay, great. So I imagine that you've already selected your line. Okay, and then lastly, I'll be using the Energy Oracle card. So let's start here with the first line. And let's see what we have. So for those of you that are communicating online, many of you who are watching this video and picked the first line, you are in a relationship with someone, okay? And you are talking to someone else. So clearly here we have a double situation. Either you are in a relationship or the person you are with online already has a relationship. So either one of you has a separate relationship. Here I feel that neither one of you is trusting. I feel that you're chatting with this person and they seem to tell you that everything is going to be great, everything will be perfect, and not to worry about anything. But you don't feel that that is going to happen that way. So, men or women here, it could also be older individuals, younger individuals. I would say from, what would be the minimum age? Maybe 16, 17 years old, up until, I would say even up to 100 years old even. But what I'm trying to say is I'm trying to include everyone here, regardless of your age or the situation you find yourself, your horoscope, any of that. Here, this is telling me that you are chatting with someone who is already in a relationship, or you are in a relationship, but I am inclined to think that it is the other individual. And why? Because of the other cards. And what is this telling me here? That this person is promising you castles and fortune, but you don't believe that they are being honest with you. This is as if they're telling you, don't worry, everything is going to resolve itself. I'm going to separate from this person. We're going to be together very soon. Whatever case it may be that they are promising you, do not believe it. And here it's telling me it could be that you are with someone who is a fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. So this may apply to some people, because here I see a lot of wands and fire. So what this is telling me is that you both react in this way. If you are telling me that it's going to be this way, then this is the way it's going to be. And here is a big conflict. Truly, I'm telling you here, this person here is going through a lot of instability in their relationship, but they don't know what to do. I believe, clearly from what I'm seeing here in these cards, and I'm going to move the camera a little bit closer so you can see. Okay. I believe that this person is really in a labyrinth and they're unsure of how to escape. I think that they do like you. I feel that they have feelings for you, but unfortunately, or fortunately, that person at some point had a good relationship, but it no longer exists. And for the meantime, keep in mind that for this person in which you are dealing with, it's not so easy for them. And if it was in reverse and you were the one in a relationship, it also wouldn't be easy for you. So I don't think it's a matter of urging them or pushing them, because this person is still evaluating the situation and yourselves as well, and they're unsure what to do. Really, I don't see an easy escape. So if someone is basing their future entirely on what's going to happen here, well, I would say think about it a few more times. And if someone has really not thought this through and is still talking to someone who has a relationship outside of who you're talking to, I would say to open your eyes to this. Unless you are willing to wait a very long time for this person to come around. Okay, so I'm going to reveal the first card here. Look at this here. The fifth chakra, and it is the Archangel Gabriel. Okay, and that is the throat chakra. And what is this saying here? Firstly, we have the number 12, which is the number 3, love triangle. And secondly, it's telling me that you need to tell the other individual, or them to you. If you look here, this is to announce, to make noise, and for the other person to listen with more clarity. Because you need to speak up. Okay? If you feel that this is not the way it is, then you need to speak up. Ask for an explanation. Ask when this is going to happen. Let them know that you can't wait eternally. And so here, clearly, you need to communicate and express what it is that you are feeling, because if not, this will drag on for years. And this person is in a labyrinth and they don't know how to get out of it. So pay attention to that, to those signs. So we're going to move on to the second line here. What do we have here in the second line? Okay, so here I feel people that are really doubting if they should or not get together with this person or continue on what this person is telling you. And I'll explain here. The Eight of Swords in reverse here is the first card. And it tells me that you're feeling a little bit better, a little bit more clarity with the relationship that you're in. And it could be that you may be dealing with someone in a country that I see it's like hotter temperatures, or an island. Or it could even be that you are from this place. And what this tells me is that you intuitively feel that there is a connection. And I do feel that this is a very, very big connection. It's a very important connection. You've had many doubts to dealing with someone online. And many of you watching this video, I believe, would be from the sign Pisces. Or the other person would be Pisces, because this is the fish card. And I'm seeing a lot of that here. And I also feel Aquarius and Virgo. Those are the signs that I'm feeling here. And it doesn't mean that the others don't apply. I'm just saying that's what I feel the most here. Okay, so you've had many, many doubts. The person is far away from you, as we've talked about online communication. And now I see that this person has proposed to you, why don't we meet up? Let's do something together. And you were not very sure. But later you make this decision. And you're going to say, I'm going to guide myself by my intuition and my inner self. And so you take that trip. Fortunately, for those of you that pick this line, so sometimes there are good lines and bad lines, but here we have the Seven of Pentacles, which tells me whatever you do today will bear fruits for the future. So out of this encounter, I see that a romance is going to rise here. But a romance that is going to go a little bit beyond. And what do I mean by that? I mean, it's almost going to be borderline obsession, a little bit. So for those of you that take this trip, whether you had met this person in the past or not, it could be even that you may live in the same city or country. You don't necessarily need to be from two different countries. And as I've mentioned, countries that are very warm, or there's a lot of sunshine, or it could just be that you're going through your summer time as well. So that's a possibility as well. And I see that both of you met each other there. As they say, it's a summer night. And everything was very beautiful online. But here, you have to make that decision whether or not you're going to meet with them. Because when you come face to face with someone, that's when also you come face to face with any deception. Because going through a screen is very different. And when you finally meet this person, you're going to say, not only do I love this person and their personality, but physically I also am attracted to them. So it's like the two parts coming together here. And this fish card talks to me about abundance as well. It talks to me about things that are going to start slowly, but they will grow over time. It's almost as if I see that you may have gone to social networking, and even something referenced to fish here could be the plenty of fish, for example. So many of you may have gone to a type of page like that, and everything went well. And when you finally met this person, it was really everything you expected. And this is telling me that you will receive, rather, abundance. Especially here, I'm seeing the letter K, so people who have the letter K in their name, their last name. I see a lot of luck here as well, people who are 34 years old. Definitively here, if you are chatting with someone online, it is your month, it is your moment to talk and meet this person, because you will meet someone who will make you vibrant. Okay, so I see here that those of you who've picked this line, if you're a Pisces, 34 years old, your name starts with K, all of those factors involved, then really this line is definitely for you. Okay, so let's see here. This says strategy, and I really do love this card here. I think that it's very important to have a life plan. If you, for example, have met someone, obviously after you've gone through the first phase, you get to know them, you plan to meet. Justly, what this is saying is to have a strategy. And here there's a key that you can open or close here. So if you want to give the opportunity or not, what is it that you plan when you meet this person? I think that as much as you may think, the impact is going to be greater than anything you may have expected or planned. I think that you may try to mentally prepare yourself, but when you see or meet this other person, I see that all of that's going to be in the past. And the most important thing is going to be the connection that you feel, the energy of being one person in front of the other. So strategy, planning could be the trip that you're going to take, because obviously if you're not in the same city or country, you do need to travel to see one another. But I definitely see that this is going to turn out well for you. It could also be a country or a place where there's a lot of water, fish and beaches, things like that. I feel a lot of water here. If you look here, this is all water. Okay, fish. So you will later tell me, hopefully in the comments, and let me know. And the last line here. And this last line here, if you recall, there were quite a few extra cards involved as well. So we're going to take a look. Okay, so here clearly the cards are telling me that there are people, firstly, who are trying to balance their lives. I see that you're thinking, I'm going to try and see what happens if I can connect with someone online. I believe this is for people who are, I would say, maybe a bit of an exception of what a connection online may be, because not a lot of people may think that this is a positive thing to connect online or speak online. And I see that you're trying to balance between two situations here, yes or no. What do I do? Because you don't want to get involved sentimentally with anyone. But I see here, apparently, those of you that may have picked this line were already in a stable relationship. And now you feel that, I don't know, you feel tired or fatigued in order to have to go out and look for someone again in order to have another relationship. I see that these people have already lived experiences where they have lived with someone else. I don't feel that it's someone who may be very young, like, for example, 15 years old, just to give you an age, or someone who never lived with another individual. I feel that this person has already lived with someone, had a stable relationship, and you feel that you don't want to start over again, but I'm going to try. So I almost see like it just kind of happened because if one day, you're sitting at the computer and you're already there, you're saying, I'm just going to give it a try. So it's definitely, this line is for someone who is alone, for someone who is looking at the past and what they lived through. Could be in their youth, or if you were young, it could be even in your adolescence. For people who, I would say not that they had a bad life, but because of the circumstances, things happened. They may have gotten a divorce, may have been widowed. And constantly here I'm seeing that you're thinking about the past. Because how do you avoid thinking about the things that have happened to you? But the problem is the following here. Don't forget the past, but if you keep looking back, you're going to not miss opportunities. And if you look here, we have a cross here, which is to finalize something. Something was ended or finalized in your life. And that's what I feel specifically here. And you today are alone or feeling alone. But here this card is telling me, and that's why we have these additional cards here. Because here you finally decide to press those keys or, on your phone or computer and start to communicate with others. And what this is telling me here is that in the current mode that you're in is to go out and meet new people, and that's it. That's what I see clearly here. You do not want right now, firstly, to invest any emotions online. And I feel sometimes above a certain age, and the technology today with youth is something that's very natural. It's almost as if they were born with technology in their hands. But for people who are over the age of, let's say, approximately 50, I see there's a little bit more uncertainty, like who is there, what's going to happen. They're a little bit fearful of that because there are certain things that you're not aware of profoundly. Okay, so there are some people that are very savvy, tech savvy for computers and things like that, but not everyone. And so I see that you're going to go slow. That is your attitude right now. I'm going to go slowly, but I'm not going to put my heart in, and I don't want to get tangled up in something. I am simply going to do something different in my life to entertain myself, to kill some time, and to have a little bit of fun. And I see that's great here, because you've started to get out of that solitude that you were in. And it doesn't mean that communicating online is going to bring the love of your life into your life, because apparently here I see that you already had it, and you had a lot of happiness. But as I've said, this is a new stage or new cycle in your life. So something that could bring a bit of happiness and distraction in your life. And let's take a look here, the card that you've had here. I do feel I need to shuffle the deck. Well, look what the cards are telling you. It's a woman holding a heart. And here, this is the number 8. We need to leave things behind and not forget. I'm not asking anyone to forget about anyone. Because if someone were to ask me, I wouldn't be able to do it either. So don't forget anyone, but yes, move forward in life. Because this is telling me that you still, as this is a fire card here, You have fire in your life. You're still able to vibrate and connect, and you still have moments to enjoy life. So while we are alive, we can enjoy, we can do different things and do it. Do it because it's really the only thing that we take with us. And this is the moment for you to connect with other people. So remember that you do have to hold your heart close to you, but live your life and have fun and enjoy each day. Okay? And if you do need to feel once again the adrenaline of a connection, for someone to tell you something new and beautiful, someone who can, I would say, reprogram some of those memories you have in the lonely spaces, and allow people to do that for you. Okay, so I thank you so, so much for all of you that are watching my videos immensely. And I have the video here of a message for you from someone who is no longer with you. That video now surpassed 1 million views. And I love that you watch my videos and enjoy them. I thank you infinitely for that. I always try to bring you new information, something new, and things that can interest you. And if you have any suggestion, please write to me on my channel here, because I do read all of them. And it does matter to me to know what you guys think. Because thanks to all of you is that I am here making these videos. So I thank you again infinitely for your support and for being there for me, all of your likes, sharing my videos, and leaving me your comments. A big hug to everyone, and we'll see you soon. I will be doing a series of videos like these, so pay attention to the channel, because the next one you will see very, very soon.